but her
Education
microphone is
is
off.
Gene Brody here.
Jane,
Yes.
can we start now or are we waiting for you to get?
Well, you can start. I was hoping to be able to share my screen so I can pull up the site plan so you can all look at it. But so far I haven't gotten sharing privileges yet, but it should be coming any minute. So
I've got
Yes.
mine on the screen. I don't know what that
Right.
does though.
Well, let's
he
call,
has set it up to record now. So
I'll call the meeting to order at 4:36. And while Jane is waiting for sharing privileges, we'll review the minutes of the last meeting. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at them?
I've read them. I don't see anything wrong with them.
Oh, okay, now I can share with you.
Since I wasn't there, so I can't comment.
Okay.
You should be able to share now, Jane.
yep.
Does anybody have any comments on the minutes?
No? Make a motion to adopt the minutes?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Abstention?
I'll abstain.
Okay. Motion carries. Regular agenda. 15 Hill Street.
So Normandy has submitted a survey that identifies where she would like the property lines to go. The buildings are located outside of all the setbacks, so they're fine as far as the new setbacks. Both properties are larger than what's required for the district, the R3 district. So in that respect, the only issues would be once the properties get separated, you'd need to address the water and sewer conditions or situation for the new parcel.
Okay. When we reviewed the McGowan property, as I recall, please correct me, Jane, we did not make a requirement that that be put in at this point.
No, and well, that was a little different situation because they were creating a sewer easement because the sewer did not extend beyond the end of where it was located. So they actually had to create a sewer, and you actually did, they were drilling a new well for that property also. So those two things were required, but on the other two subdivisions that have been done, both the one on Grove Street and the one that we just did on Elm and Pioneer, those, we did not make stipulations for water and sewer on those. If that makes sense.
I'll have to do it before I sell a piece anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. One thing that I was talking with the surveyor about, I was trying to get the new line to be parallel with the other property line, and it's just slightly not. And that's to make sure that those 10 feet setbacks between the garage and the house exist. And there would be like a 3 or 4 inch too close to the house if that line was actually parallel.
We just squeezed in 10 feet on both sides there, didn't we? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and so if we want to, I don't know if it bothers anyone else that those property lines aren't parallel, but you know, it's very, very close, but it would make that point maybe, like he said, 3 inches too close to the house.
No.
Most properties around here aren't parallel, so.
Yeah.
Let's not get parallel on us now. Let's not. Right? We deal in crooked lines here. That's what we do.
Okay.
We deal in trapezoids.
Exactly.
And now, is this new property, will this have a Hill Street address, or, how will it be identified? Or will it be on the other street, which
The
I can't?
frontage, it doesn't have enough frontage on Beach Street, so it would have to be a Hill Street address.
Okay.
Anybody have any more questions or comments?
Could you shrink it back down, please,
Sure.
Jane?
You mean so you can see the whole thing?
On Beach Street.
So
Oh,
there's
there's
the frontage on Beach Street. Technically, the front property requirement, we have a 50-foot minimum
yeah.
width, and that's less than 50 feet.
I
I mean, they could still put the garage there, but technically the front
right the
property
it'll have
line
an L
is,
Street address. So
right.
I have no discussion.
John, any comments on this?
Nope.
Okay, Fred?
No, I'm good.
How does the public hearing format, like how do people find out about it, and what is that, like, or whatever?
Now, they bring pitchforks and torches, so we start there. No.
Notices, there will be a public notice put in the Daily Star, and then I send out notices to adjacent properties within, all the adjacent property owners, letting them know that there's going to be a public hearing.
And if anybody has comments, objections, and so forth, they email them or drop them off at the village office.
Okay, I have a question right now. I've walked up and down that street many times, but there's no contour map, or is there a contour map here? My question would be, obviously, one would want to build a house on that lot that's on the corner, Beach and Hill Street corner. What is the slope there, and is it would that be a problematical for building a house on that slope,
Is that even,
if there is a slope?
is it in scope? I don't even know if that's in scope here. Is it?
Well, I mean, for the subdivision, it isn't. When it came to actually the building of the property, you guys would address a site plan review if the slope was greater than 15%. And I don't believe it is. I haven't officially checked it because most surveys that are done around here don't include topos.
Okay.
I can probably get some spot elevations for,
Well, My
perimeter corners.
question is, I mean, I realize this, but it would be just for us to subdivide, and then you'd have a lot that was unbuildable. That would say, we would do somebody not a favor by approving this. You
That's a
see what
good-
I mean? To
good
create an unbuildable lot. So I just.
Well,
was wondering-
Normandy's hoping to actually build her new house on this lot. So I'm assuming she's looked at it close enough to realize that whether or not she can build
Oh,
something
is
there.
that the plan? Oh,
Yeah, I've had a contractor out there, who took a look at it, and he thought it was going to be a fine site. Yeah, you're right that there is, a hill on Hill Street, but certainly towards, the flattest part of the property is that part in the back, towards Beach Street. So if you had to push the house that way because of but I actually think the slope is going to be great for building, because you could, take advantage of the southern exposure.
Right, okay. Otherwise, I have no, if you looked into that and we're not creating a problem for you by approving this, I have no objections.
Therefore, I move that we approve the subdivision.
Well, it's a little too soon for that.
It's, you can approve the preliminary
Oh, I'm sorry.
site plan.
That's right, I was gonna say it too. So I second whatever he's supposed to do.
How about,
Right, right.
how about let's move to have the public hearing at the next meeting.
Oh, right.
Combine that with seeker.
Normandy already has her portion of the seeker to fill out, that once she comes back to me, I'll send that out along with the part 2 to you guys to kind of review.
Okay. And Jane, do you need any further information before we can have a final plat on this?
I don't believe so. Looking at it, it looks like, let me just pull it back up again. They've made the approval line there. It has all the information that the last subdivision, or the last 2 subdivisions had. So, I mean, unless you guys are concerned about topos and, you know, grades and stuff like that, everything else is comparable to what's been approved on the last 2.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that's what's on file is essentially what the final plat will look like.
If you're happy with where she wants to put her property lines, then yes.
Okay. All right. So to repeat my motion, I move that we put this on for public hearing at our next meeting and combine that with a seeker review. Anybody want to second that?
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
John?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Okay, any opposed?
What is the date of that?
I'm looking at that right now.
That will be
It would be the 15th.
22, 15th?
Yes,
Oh, that's right, 15th.
the 15th of September.
Mhm. Okay,
Thank you all. I know I was the only thing on the agenda, so I appreciate your time.
oh,
Okay.
you're welcome. Good luck. We'll see you next month.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Good. Does anybody have anything new they'd like to raise?
Not from here.
Nope. Nope.
Did we lose John?
It looks like it, yes.
Okay.
He's sailing away.
I like the view.
Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
There you are.
Well, we still have a quorum, so we can make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned at 4:49.
Be well, everybody.
You will. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yep.
And again,
Bye-bye.
congratulations.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.